Well, welcome back to game 22, and we've got the men's Central A team in white against the men's Northern B team in black, and immediately hard on attack here from the Central A team. First game of the day, and working hard down in that corner as Northern B look to defend, and getting an advantage puck there. And let's see what these young players from Northern B can do. Picking that puck up and looking for the safe move out to the wall. But not Central A going to be tough in this zone here. And see it come firing back out there. And huge push on from Central A. And into the goal bin they go, and goal has been awarded to number 3 for Central A, Richard Maxwell. Okay, everyone's set to go, and let's see who's going to get this strike. So Northern B in there quickly on the strike, take it out to the wall, and holding there as the players look to tussle, and Central A getting in there, driving it forward, and infringement called up there against Central A. So we'll see Northern B able to set themselves up for the advantage puck. So you see the two forward players coming here into the defensive line, ready for a flick forward. And big flick towards the side there, but picked up by the Central A team there and bringing it back out to the centre of the pool and flicking that wide, and big flick forward there. Now the Northern B team doing well to get that back onto the wall, but here we see again good work there from the Central A team to take it into the centre of the pool, flick it forward and drive to that goal bin, and in it goes. Very hard to stop when you've got that body position right on the bottom of the pool. And that was number 9 for Central A, Clark Samuel, getting it in. And it's 2-0 now to the Central A team as the refs take the puck back to the centre of the pool and reset it for the start. And off they go. And here we have good start here from the Northern B, but picked up by Central A. Now Northern B getting in there and disrupting, driving it back, and then Central A looking to connect up with those forward passes. And here we have it brought out into the centre of the pool. Great attacking position, and number 4 there for Northern B, Daniel Hoaglinger, looking to defend. Did some great defensive work yesterday and driving it in, and I think that looked like number 5 for the Central A team. Yes, it was Alistair Ford getting the goal in that time. And teams ready to go again. And again, big flick there coming from the Northern B team to start things, but picked up and driven back by Central A and driving hard forward. A lot of strength in those players, and Northern defending it back, but a lot of bodies in there. Northern keeping it out, Central looking to bring it back in and unable to stop them. And that was number 10. Nick Healy coming from the back row into scoring position there. So looks like we've got a team timeout being called here. And score is currently 4-0 to the men's Central A. We've got just over 9 minutes to go in the first half. And you can see we've got at this end the men's Northern B team having a bit of a chat there, just working out what they need to be focusing on. And down the other end, the Central A team having a pause, drawing in a bit of oxygen as they wait for things to restart. The men's Northern B team here, we've got a lot of players who are trialling for the age groups here, and so they're a real development squad of players. And the men's Central A, a lot of very experienced players who've played for New Zealand at elite level or age group level in the pre-COVID times. And they're off again. Again, great start by Northern to get hold of that puck, but having to pass it back to keep control and then getting onto the wall and making some progress here, doing really well Northern B. But we can see Central A looking to pick up that puck and drive it off the wall. So coming out here into the centre of the pool, passing it forward, and number 4 for the Northern team, trying to get in front in defence, but unable to stop. And number 9 for Central A, Clark Samuel, getting in there and scoring that goal. So the Northern B team seeing plenty of defensive work in this part of the tournament when they're playing the A teams. And here we have, again, the Central team picking up that puck off the strike, but Northern B working hard to slow them down, moving across the pool and getting the advantage puck out of that play and able to move down the pool. And let's see what they do with this one. I think we'll see them come out to the wall here, flick out, try and keep control, but Central A aiming to disrupt through there, use their experience to drive them back. But good work there by Central B, holding the puck control, getting it onto the wall. Central now lining up and taking it off the wall, and good positional play there. And we see the Northern players getting in there, trying to disrupt and getting across the front of that goal bin. But here comes the puck back in again, and just the sheer numbers of Central A players making it very difficult for Northern B. So that was number 6, Brendan Maxwell, scoring that goal. Here we have another good strike from Northern B, but picked up by Central A, and great puck control there. Take it forward through the centre of the pool, and we can see Northern working hard. Number 2 there, Ben Hugh getting in, disrupting, but picked up again by the Central A team. Big drive forward, I think that was Nick Healy there, and Then great defence here from Thando Thursey for the Northern B team, getting it back onto the wall. Again, big fight happening, big scrap in there. But the puck is in the bin and goal has been awarded to number 11, Jeremy Webster. So real challenge for that Central B team to get it out of the danger zone and drive it back. The Northern B team, the Central A team, just pouring the numbers in when they're down in the goal zone. And big hit here from Central and out to keeping it in the centre of the court, driving it forward. And number 8 there, Ryan Locke, trying to drive it to the wall. And infringement called. And the advantage goes to Northern B. And opportunity here to drive it forward into that centre of the pool. But good even competition here, driven back, but picked up by the Central players, and they're taking it back through the centre of the pool, driving it forward, forcing those defenders to bring it across. Good work by Northern B to get it onto that wall, keep possession, and looking to drive it back up the wall now. Picked up there by Central, and Northern get that position back, but Central working hard now, getting their rotation going, and Central getting the advantage puck here, and Northern A having to get back in defence. They'll want to get lots of numbers down here as Central A, big flick forward and driven back into the corner by the looks of things. And now another infringement called. And again, it's against the Northern B. And so let's see what Central A can do with this one. Got the forwards sitting there right on that baseline and picking up the puck, driving forward and into the goal bin there. Number 9, Clark Samuel, doing a great job to be just sitting around the back of the goal area as all the players went down, and free line into the goal bin. Okay, we're 2.5 minutes to go. It's 8-0 to the Central A team as they head off again, and good even strike there, but it looks like the Central A team keeping control of that puck and starting to drive it forward, and the Northern B working really hard to get possession in defence. And you see the puck going into the corner there, held in there as the players look to get position. And we can see there's all the players down in there, so it's a pretty busy corner at the moment. And you can see players from the Central A sitting off there in the channel, ready to pick up and drive it back in front of the goal bin. And Northern B doing really well to drive that out, try and pull it out, but did that go in? No, it didn't. So that was excellent defence there from the Northern B team. And they get the advantage puck and the opportunity here just to clear things out. We can see their forwards sitting up there in the Central A line as centre comes in to take that puck. and driving, looking to, oh, lost possession there. Good tackle from the Central A team and driving through, bodies right down low from Central A. Puck still there though, and passing back, Central A looking to take it out wide and reset. And coming back in now at the top of that goal bin there. And big flick forward, but picked up really well by number 8 for the Ryan Locke in defence into that far corner. And it's actually gone out of the court. So we'll have an equal puck here to restart. So Northern B getting some really good defence in here, but it's a tough game for them with the experience of these central players. And we've just under the ref's control here. Not quite sure what's happening at the moment. Anyway, it's a bit of a pause, and teams will be hopefully using their time to make sure they've got plenty of air on board. See the ref making the sign there, crossed arms for the equal puck. But I don't know that we have a puck at the moment. So, all right, we're ready to go again. And down they go, and looks pretty even in there, but there's been an infringement picked up by a ref. And no, there's not. It's half time. So we've got just under 3 minutes to pause before the restart. And we're back in action here in the pool on day 2 of the New Zealand Elite Interzone Underwater Hockey Champs. And we've got the Central A team on a strong drive here against the Northern B team. Northern B looking to defend, but Central A too strong and straight into the goal zone. And goal has been awarded to number 9, Clark Samuel. Now, he's doing pretty well at being in the right place to pick the puck up and get it in the goal bin this game. And see the refs there, placing the puck back right in the middle of the pool, ready for the restart. And Central A pick up the puck and drive that forward. And really good numbers on the bottom there for both teams. And Northern looking to get out of danger, but picked up again by Central A. Big flick forward and backed up in the goal bin. Goal has been awarded to number 5, Alistair Ford. So second half, and the score is 10-0 to the men's Central A team and men's Northern B team, working really hard down in that defensive part of the court and really having a hard start to their second day. They'll be looking forward to playing one of the other B teams, I expect. Big flick out to the side there from Central and driving forward through the centre of the pool. Northern doing really well to disrupt that and pick it up, get it out to the wall and into our blind spot. So Central just managing to keep it going, but it looks like they're taking it off the wall now into that centre zone, passing it forward, keeping control of it and into the goal bin. You can see number 13 there, Ed Firth, knocking it in that time. And just how important that control of the puck is as they head into that goal area. The passes forward and defenders looking hard to try and get in there, pick that puck up and drive it out. So the more you can keep control, the more chances you provide your team. And here they go again. Central A, beautiful strike there, working it out to the side, but trying to keep it off the wall. That's driven back along the wall, and we can see Northern B defenders trying to keep it back into the safety of the corner. And plenty of bodies on the bottom there, and the refs have picked up an infringement. Bit of elbow work going on off the ball, off the puck there. So Central A driven back, an advantage puck to Northern B. Opportunity for Northern B just to push things back out of that danger zone. So strong drive back through to the centre of the pool and driving along that wall. Central A now taking it back off the wall, passing it out, stretching this defence and looking to drive back. Now you see them coming in on the angle back towards the centre of the pool. Northern B getting in there and disrupting, but big flick forward there, but picked up by Northern B and pushing onto the back wall, but the refs have called infringement there by the Central A team. So advantage puck to Northern B. Again, another opportunity for them just to push this back up the pole. I think we'll see them go straight to the wall on this one. And big flick there, picked up and driven back by Central A. And that might have just gone out of play. Went under the skirt, so we've got an equal puck here. as the players quickly go to the sub bench, and players lined up to try and get control of that puck, and Central A win that contest first up, but now looking to bring it back off the wall, and Northern B trying hard to keep control of it, but back it comes in front of the goal bin, and Central A players there in position, and it's number 11, Jeremy Webster, picking up the goal. See the refs popping back into the centre of the pool. So good thing, 3 refs in the pool here, operating broadly in a triangle that moves around the action so that they've always got good visibility of what's going on. And see them from time to time getting right down low when there's a lot of action happening. And nice work by Northern B, but Central A driving through there on the puck and now looking to bring it back in front of the goal, and picked up by Northern B just as a legal stop there. And so Northern B pushed back and advantage puck to Central A. And see those forwards in there ready to take the pass, and puck comes out wide. Now they're looking to drive it along the back wall towards the goal bin there. Northern looking to keep it out, pushing it out, but Central back in there, pushing it in. Northern getting control of that. Great work across the side of the goal bin there to drive it back out and to get some momentum, moving it back down the pole. Great work. Central A looked to take it off the wall there, and just not quite enough numbers there to take advantage of that. And Northern B getting in there and trying to drive it back. See the puck coming here onto the wall, and Northern defenders getting in there, but great control of the puck by Central A as they take it back into the goal area, and players there ready. Great work on the puck there, and pass it forward, driven back by Northern B, and Northern B doing great work to clear it along the back wall there. Ref just calling an infringement there, a legal stop, and everyone's racing for the sub benches. And Central A, another opportunity here, get it forward to those forwards. And flicking out to the side here, but Northern B looked like they were expecting that. They were there in defence. Again, Ryan Locke down there, keeping it out to the corner. And ref's call there. That's an equal puck. And let's see who can get that. So it looks like Central A have got it under control, driving strongly towards the goal bin. And players working really hard in there, can't see. The Northern B working so hard, but puck's in there, and number 12, Ollie Van Rooyen, did the damage that time. So the score's now 13-0 to the Central A team, as the puck has swum back to the centre of the pool, and players, the team timeout just been called, so we'll have a minute as they just regather, and the Northern B players will just want to have a look at their defensive positioning and just see what they can do to try and get those good drives where they pick it up across the goal bin and get it back out to the corner. about 5.5 minutes left in this game, and then we'll be on to the men's Central B and men's Masters. So plenty of good action in the pool today. So the team timeout's finished, but there's a ref timeout now happening. I think they're working on the barrier because we've just had a couple of times with the puck going under the barriers, so they'll be looking to tighten those up, and they're off again. And what have we got here? Ref call. I think that might have been an accidental ref call, but equal pucks, so they'll reset. I think Central A had just got control of that, but now they're all set up in the centre of the pool. And good even tussle there. Northern getting that control of the puck initially, and now taking it out into the middle of the pool by Central A, picked up by the Northern B, driving it back, and good work there. Number 3, Ben Hugh again, driving it forward as the Central A team get in there and try and get control of it again. But Northern B doing a great job here, keeping control, keeping it moving. And Central A picked that up, but Northern defending well. And coming off the wall, Central A through the centre of the pool there, big strong drive, big flick out, and heading down to that back wall, and well defended there by Northern B, keeping them out of the front of the goal bin, but pushing in behind them. And the goal has been awarded there to number 10, Nick Healy. And back they go again. So just under 3.5 minutes to go in the second half. And Central A driving strongly off that strike and looking to bring it through the centre of the pool. Big push there, flick and follow up. And so straight into the goal. And it's number 9 there, Clark Samuel, following up on his flick to get it in the goal bin. And team making their way back to the end of the pool. I've got the privilege of managing for the under-19 men's team, so I've managed to meet a number of these players in the Northern B team, and they're a great group of young men. A lot of skills and potential there. Doing a great pick up of the puck off the strike there, but Central A driving back strongly, and the Northern players trying to disrupt it, but right back into the centre of that goal circle, and the players from Central sitting there just waiting to push it in. Goal has been awarded to number 12, Ollie Van Rooyen. So great to see these younger players getting the chance to play top world-class players and just see how they can stack up, and they'll learn heaps from these games, take it back into their school and club play. And Central A, strong drive there through the strike, keeping it in the centre of the pool and then pushing through. Northern B looking to disrupt, but plenty of central bodies there and big flick forward, followed up to number 9 again, Clark Samuel, and team timeout called. There's only under a minute remaining, so interesting team timeout call. 17-0 is the score from the Central A team against the men's Northern B team. As 30 seconds to the restart and then a minute to go, finishing up game number 22. And then the next game after this will be another men's game. We'll have the men's Central B against the men's Masters team. So that'll be an interesting matchup. And again, some of our up-and-coming players against the experience of our Masters team. And they're back underway in the pool here. 50 seconds to go, and good strike there from Northern B, but picked up and driven back by Central A. And sticking in the centre of the pool, Central A really want to be right in that scoring zone, and Northern B doing great work there, get control of the puck and just disrupt that play, but not getting out of that danger zone in the centre of the pool. Central A lining up now, big flick forward, not connecting. Now another flick forward there and followed up by the Central A team. Goal has been awarded, and it's number 6, Brenda Maxwell. And that will be the end of the game, 18-0 to the Central A team over the Northern B. Back soon for the next game.